What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Another edition Holy Try Football Podcast, Week 3 preview. It's me, AY, coming from the State Capital, the Red State, the Commonwealth, Pennsylvania. To my west, but not too far west, D-Berg, what's up?
Yeah, I'm in the Columbus studios tonight, where the town is abuzz after a convincing 7-0 drubbing of Grambling State University. I'm sure they lost the battle with the band.
It was much closer with the bands, though.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I think you give the nod to Grambling there.
Maybe the best damn band in the land.
Yeah. So
at home as well. They had the home. They have the home crowd as well. So
I'll have to check the highlights. Ken, to my east, what's up?
Enjoying some nice weather. I think it's going to be 79 tomorrow. So still a little last gasp of summer. We'll continue gasping. I enjoy it. Another good week in the books. Excited about this week, though. A lot of great matchups. Can't wait to dive in.
I know you said you're enjoying the last few gasps. I did today order 2 vests. As golf attire for the trip in 2 weeks, as we're going back to your mainland.
There you go.
It's gonna be chilly.
You can get chilly up there.
The other one, Wisconsin. It'll be chilly up there, yes. Your buddy Ocker's all over the several European models forecasting for us.
There you go.
Well, it's a high of 61 on day 2. So
shout out.
Got to get my vest game right. But yes, gonna be a little warmer this weekend, but yeah, still grasping, hit or miss here. Some mornings have been nice. Good slate this week. Last week we said this always happens, and sure enough, we got it with Mike Brown.
Yes.
Mike Brown came through for us. That was something. I'll just quickly mention that, then we can go back to that. The Duke Illinois game, you guys were all over that. I did not foresee 5 turnovers from Duke. That was bad.
Drop touchdown as well, right?
Baylor smooth. That was wild. Asico, we can touch on. Lane with the post-game gambling apology. Border war.
No, even with the post-game apology, it would not have gotten to the number that we picked this at.
Would not have. Pry did not bring his lunch pail.
Or he ate his lunch in the first half. Did not say that.
BC Sporty was great, and then Mateer. So yeah, pretty games we picked last week. It's some pretty good ones there.
That border war.
That was a terrible. That's a bad beat.
That was quite the about face from how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that team is not that they're. At the inception of this podcast, I was a firm believer in Mizzou football. Now I'm out.
I don't know. I think they're pretty good, and I think Kansas is not bad also.
I think Kansas, yes, is pretty good, but they certainly deserve better than the.
Yeah, what happened there at the end? But still, I mean, Kansas jumped all over them with that turnover in the beginning. They were up to 20-6 or something like that, and give Mizzou credit. They walked them down and blew past the finish line there. Bo, another great game. And there are more than a couple of posters on the boards pointing out Bo's production and certain quarterbacks. And they're and in comparison to other quarterbacks.
Color me shocked.
More than a couple. There are more than a couple. Not the smoothest week if you were a Penn State fan, which I'm gladly not.
We're a Pitt fan, which I'm not.
All right.
Yeah, I guess since we mentioned every game we picked besides your 2, I'll briefly mention your 2. Nardog knew the number for sure.
He took a page out of Franklin's book with that one. Putting on the hurry up there. Oh, hurry-ish up. Plenty of time to get the game covering score.
They had that sewed up late first half, but then the return got called back, and then he's like, you know what? We need to make sure we get this home.
That and then Holstein with a terrible interception makes me nervous even for this. This MAC level team that we'll be playing here in a couple of days.
Below Mac level, mid Mac level.
Mid, yeah,
Not
we
even
just
top of
beat
the
the
Mac.
low Mac level.
Not even top of the Mac.
Yeah. And McElwain, I can't remember Central Michigan's coach, but I'm just going to refer to him as McElwain. He kept putting in quarterbacks. It was like every snap. It was like I think they cycled through 4 different quarterbacks. Felt like so weird game, but certainly just like
Matt Drinkle.
no, not seen a ton of strides yet.
His name is Matt Drinkle.
Oh, that's McElwain.
Can for you. I heard from unsolicited, just these folks volunteered information, 3 separate threads that I normally don't hear this type of stuff from.
Oh boy.
It was all the same general offense is ass. Is that true?
It is true. It was 10-0 at the end of the first half.
You know, they're working on stuff. I get it, but
I think, I mean, I mentioned it before, you'd love to see a little explosivity. They may be working on stuff, but that still doesn't preclude you from breaking a run or two. And I think you're seeing a lot of the same stuff. And they mentioned it before with Singleton. I think, you know, he's not the most natural runner. We said that throughout his career. He's an uber athlete, super strong, super fast, but he gets in the open field or it's one-on-one and he cannot make somebody miss. And coming in, the new running back coach has kind of, I think they've been really trying to hone in on some things that he can build on and work on. And I think he's overthinking things. And Franklin's mentioned that about him as well as Aller. Aller, you know, he's definitely off in the first half. He came out and he was like 7 for 8, I think, in the second half. But it seems like it's something, again, he used overthinking again also. And Aller used it in his own words as well, that I think there's like he's trying to be a perfectionist, and if something goes off track or it's not on to the next throw, it kind of lingers a little bit. It can compound, and it's definitely troubling. It's not something that you love from the leader of your team, right? You want somebody that can kind of bounce back, right? And it's not the best. I'll say that. They had a couple of touchdowns at the end there to make it look better than it was, but and I'll be honest, I was going down the well there as far as chasing goes, so I wasn't too upset about what happened there in the last 5 minutes or so of the game.
He was trying.
Yeah, but I was a fan of it, but it was not good. I'm not pushing the panic button, but I mean, I coming into the season, you know, a lot of Penn State fans, you saw the 10 putting up double digits, but I mean, we didn't talk about it yet, but Gundy, I don't know if we were going to, we didn't pick the game, but Gundage was in the receiving end of one of the most ridiculous beatdowns of a Power 4 matchup I've ever seen. I don't know. I was trying to go back and think if I remember anything from like 2 respectable programs, right? Like something like this happening.
That was one of my thoughts too. Yeah.
It was. I mean, obviously, Gundage has fallen off a little bit in the last year or so, but like
still though, go
inside
66.
Obviously, you know, there's a little extra fire underneath Lanning and his boys, but
yeah, it was like 40 something at the half. Like that's.
It was 66-3 in the third quarter.
Yeah, and
it wasn't even. They took the foot off the gas. They didn't even score in the fourth quarter.
He finally felt bad.
That was. I don't think Oregon is as good as that shows. I don't think Penn State's as bad as they've shown. You know, throughout the first. Well, at least at FIU, I think they were generally pretty good against Nevada, but. We'll see. The line is already coming down. I think it's back down to like 4.5 now for the Oregon Penn State game. It has gotten up to 6.5, I think, in some places. So we'll see. It's a couple of weeks away. I think they got a Villanova team coming up that I won't go too deeply in on later or now, but you know, back in 2021, before things went off the rails, that there were some signs in that Villanova game that they struggled with. And obviously, you know how that season went, right? So we'll see. Villanova has given them trouble in the past, in the not so distant past either.
You're starting to sound like me.
We got 2 updates. I'll put in the.
All right. Well, let's see. We
Nothing
want to
crazy.
dive a little deeper in on not Mike Brown, but the other side of that. Sunbelt Billy. You think he's done? Obviously, he could turn around and win all the rest of his games.
No.
With that schedule, I mean, what would he do? I don't think even like 8-4 with this loss to South Florida would do him any good.
I don't.
Right.
Do we know what his buyout is?
Yeah, it's like $70 million, but it's not all due now. It's like you can pay it all the way through like 2031 or something like that. So they could just split it up as a line item. It's an easy.
The old Max Scherzer special.
Yes. Bobby
Smart.
Bonilla.
Or most recently Ohtani. Look, it's not great, obviously. I think it didn't start great. Last year he won back a lot of support.
Yep. Now he's back where he was.
This loss wasn't good. At some point, you're in year 4 now. You want something to be a little bit sustained. I get that. I mean, obviously, it's Florida. You have all the resources, especially in the player pool, a ton of money. Not a ton of money, but a lot of money.
It's interesting. They've done this, 3-4 times now since Urban? How many coaches have they gone through? They've had
Yeah, I mean, you got
McElwain,
Chomp in there.
Chomp,
Yeah.
Chomp, McElwain,
Mullen. So this is number 4
Mullen, yeah.
This is number 4 since Urban?
I think you gotta let him. I think you gotta let him go. You have to let him keep playing. You have to let him keep playing. You have to
Yeah,
also
there's no reason to fire him now, right?
You also have to be
Right.
cognizant of what you're up against. Like if
And that's the thing. Florida,
he somehow goes 2-2 in this next 4 games, I think you gotta say, all right, let's stay after it. Let's keep grinding here.
but still, that's 3 losses by the end of
I know,
October.
but look at this schedule. No one's playing this schedule.
It's true. It's true. That's the thing is like
There's gotta be a little
I
bit.
think both sides are right. I think you got to let him play it out if he does that, but then Florida fans are right to be angry about it too.
I agree. I agree with that.
It's like both sides are right. It's weird.
Yes. What would I do? Yeah, I mean, I try and give him. I know everyone's just. It happened the other day, so it's like, oh God, oh. You got to get one of the next few for sure.
In the new age, also, especially with the SEC, I feel like they've said. I've heard a lot of people say it. 9-3 is the new 10-2, and 8-4 maybe the new 9-3, right? And 8-4 could be a really good year for a lot of programs.
If you can get this somehow to 8-4, look back at after the 8-4. Look at some of his wins he's going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a tall task for sure.
Yeah. And he's got a top 10 Florida State now at the end of the year that he wasn't expecting to have either.
I tend to be more patient than a lot more patient than the person on social media, but in general, I feel like I'm more patient, so I'm going to just ride this out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Acknowledging it is year 4, though. If it's year 2, I think you just tell people to shut up. But it is year 4. You're right.
Exactly. So the Florida fans do have a right to gripe, I think.
But then I guess the one last part for me is the whole. I'm not saying Billy Napier's the best coach, but it's the whole Jim Franklin thing. Like, where do you go next?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying they're on the same level. Jimmy's done way more. But like, how many coaches would you rather take over Napier that you can actually land?
It's true. It's true.
I mean, obviously, there's 2 coaches you would take, but can you land them? I don't know. Maybe one. Maybe there's one guy with Florida ties. Or, I don't know. I'll tell you what, it's been a rough week though for Napier. That's for sure. He can't.
I saw BK leapt to his defense. BK was like, he's doing it his way.
Well, BK is the ultimate politician.
Or that was his background. And he's sitting fat and sassy up there right now. But if he loses to him again this year, he's going to be right back where he was at the beginning of the season, feeling the heat.
Oh man, I'm rooting for Florida in that game. I'll tell you that.
Any other games you want to touch on here? Elasico. I mean,
what do you, Dan? You got any thoughts on Napier?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's mainly the way he lost that. I mean, with the penalties,
with the spitting 2 days later, 2 days after freaking the Eagles.
Carter.
Yeah.
2 days later. I mean, yeah, just like
that's the tough part.
Just like you said in the thread, they were backed up. Like it's gonna be tough to go to the field.
And it's not like they lost like 42-35. They lost freaking 18-16.
But
disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
There's always one thing that can jumpstart a drive for you, and that's the penalty offense.
That's right.
Ooh.
They got 30 yards on penalties and then threw a.
They had that was
3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It was like a backwards. It was a backwards freaking swing pass. I was like, what is he throwing? And then he broke a tackle and was up the sideline.
They got 40 yards on basically one pass that went behind the line of scrimmage in 3 plays. No, I'm sorry. They got 70 yards.
That was definitely not a called screen pass. It was bizarre.
Like, that was ridiculous.
Can he do it again, though? We'll pick that here in a little bit. Elasico is
on brand.
Is it ever going to change there in Iowa? Again, do Iowa fans have a right to gripe? Should they want to get rid of Ferentz? It's Groundhog Day.
Oh, absolutely. That I remember years ago we talked about Bob Stoops and OU and how I said I felt that was stale.
Yeah.
This is just like bread that you find in the back of the pantry after three years.
This is embarrassing.
This just, hey, we thank you for everything you did for this program, but
we're done.
We hired you at the turn of the century.
They also gave him the lifetime contract.
Yeah, well,
the ever renewing.
I'm not sure how you get out of that, but you have to.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. They're going to somehow figure out a way to beat Penn State, though. I'll be there.
That's the thing. They're going to end up. We're going to look back and at Thanksgiving, they're going to be freaking 9-3.
Yeah.
It's not going to make one cent at all, any sense.
Now, here's another. Is Pride done after getting dominated by Vanderbilt?
It's tough.
I thought that was a bit hyperbolic, but I thought it was his last stand. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a must win, and he didn't just lose; he lost decisively in the second half there. The thing with Virginia Tech is like I've heard it before. They're not in a good place athletic department wise. Obviously, after the Fu went, it was in shambles. He came in. Nobody was under any illusions on what the situation was, but like he's not made any progress in the way the ACC is trending. Virginia Tech's very cognizant and scared of getting left in the dust. The way college football is continuing to progress, right? And so I feel like they need to make a change here and a drastic one. Otherwise, they can make one more bad hire and they're going to be the Vanderbilts here soon, right? I don't think he's going to be long for that job. Did you guys have this BC Michigan State game on as well? This was a good game.
Oh,
you guys kept it going. I ran out of steam by about 9:30ish.
Water game.
Absolutely, it was great jersey matchup.
Oh yeah, New Balance. Wish Penn State was going to New Balance.
Yeah.
No, I was not a fan of the. I don't like the black uniforms, especially if you put like a white top and a white bottom on top of it. It's disgusting.
It was a fun game. I don't really think either team is rather too threatening. I mean, I know Notre Dame travels to Chestnut Hill Halloween weekend, so we'll see about that. But no, I thought it was fun. Yeah,
It's a good game. And that was opposite the main attraction, the Michigan-Oklahoma game. That was pretty boring, I thought. At least on the Michigan side. That offense has many, many issues still. But Mateer, I guess I didn't really realize how good he was as a runner. And he's slippery.
oh, he was
He's fun to
a
watch.
better runner last year than passer for sure.
Yeah. He had that interception, but and he could clean some stuff up. But I knew about the hype. I think I'm a believer in the hype, but they've got some issues, and I don't know if they're going to be running him that much in the SEC in their conference games. If that's sustainable, one. And for two, other than him, they didn't have any rushing attack at all from the running back. So that's a big issue. And, they won night, and it was a nice win for them there at home against a Michigan team that I don't think is all that good. And I don't know if it really changed much of my perception on either team, the way this played out.
I agree. That game went basically exactly how I thought it would, and I don't really adjust anything. I did. I mean, I know I was high in OU coming into the year. As far as I know, they have a tough schedule, and I think they'll be in every game with that defense. But I think they'll have trouble scoring at times as well.
Yeah. I don't know. It's similar to like that Auburn. If Auburn continues to run Jackson Arnold the same way, it's funny we're talking about that for because of where he came from. But I don't think that's sustainable for either team to have to run their quarterbacks that much. Anything else we want to touch on? Both Dan and my locks were pretty bad there. The Dan was much closer than mine. Yes.
My brother
was that?
My brother locked up Arizona State. We can talk about that game. That was
there. You go. Oh, we did not touch on that one. The Arizona State again. Poor pick by him. We're only giving him the spotlight when he misses, right?
Exactly. Correct.
Okay,
exactly.
Good. So you'll know if he.
I had to double check before.
If he hits next time, but.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
We didn't touch on that one. That one was crazy. They jumped out 17-0.
They should have probably covered after all of that, and then they kick a field goal, and then they hit the crazy pass.
Yeah,
Mississippi State does to actually win the game. But yet there's a scenario, I suppose, where they are up 7 and maybe don't zero blitz when Mississippi State's on their own 40-yard line.
They live and die by the blitz.
Yeah. But that was not an impressive that was a big blow for my 2 Big 12 playoff team scenario, one of which being Arizona State. tough hole to climb out of early. Because that Mississippi State team, I mean, they did nothing. Because when I said I was out of steam by around 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. And to that point, I think Mississippi State did everything until that final drive. They didn't do anything the rest of the game until that play, offensively.
Well, Tar for your 2 Big 12 bid league. Tar's got Wyoming this weekend, and then they got maybe the game of the year for Big 12, Texas Tech and Utah next week.
I picked Rising to make the playoff like 5 years in a row, or at least win the Big 12 or whatever conference they were in.
Well, the last year he was actually playing, they did win the Pac-12.
That's true.
All right. Any other ones we want to touch on before turning the page?
No, this is a much shorter recap than we didn't get into week 2 until the 50-minute mark, I think, last week.
You guys saw the Dion calling his backup Martin Luther Staub.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah. You sent that. Yeah, you sent
Yeah.
about the get it. I just got that now. Whenever I missed
Oh
the
yeah. Oh, he was because you saw how he played his third string guy, who was a guy that's been there forever, who was like actually a Calderell recruit and stayed there after Dion came. He backed up Shador, and then they had the quarterback they brought in from Liberty, and then they had Juju Lewis as well. They brought him both those guys the media day, but they played both of them, and they ended up bringing the third guy in this game against Delaware. He did really well, and they were interviewing Dion and him at the end of the game. They were like, in this day and age, what made you stay here at Colorado? He's like, oh, I love playing for Coach Prime, and he's like, I had a dream that I was meant to be here, and I stayed here, and it was worth it. This was it. This is I knew what I was doing was right or whatever. And Dion was like, there he is. He had a dream. Martin Luther Staub. He had a dream.
No, yeah.
That was good.
I guess my last thing would be, I guess we're gonna touch on this soon, but it's not good for your cats.
No, yeah.
No.
We'll get into that in picks.
Forgot about them. Yeah,
We'll get into that in picks. Yeah,
that's another bad loss for them. Their win didn't look good either.
no.
So, speaking of those two Big 12 teams, did you hear the news about the ref as well?
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, really weird, right?
I still don't fully understand it.
But it's the first time I remember seeing like a conference fully reprimand a referee or an officiating crew like that. Mm-hmm. They pulled one of the crews that was supposed to be working this because they did such a bad job in the Missouri-Kansas game. There's a Big 12 refs that ref that game because it was in Missouri. And there were some bad calls, including one where like Missouri, I think, you know how when you get safety, you can punt it. You can punt the ball.
Yep.
And
that was the main one.
Like a regular kickoff, they just punted the ball instead of kicking it, and the refs just let them do it. There were some other bad calls allegedly, but they just outed the whole crew and like, I don't know how you come back from that as a ref. I mean, you're just going to get heckled and shit on everywhere you go, and every coach is just going to be grilling you the whole time. Like, it really undermines your authority, I feel like, if your conference is going to throw you under the bus like that. But we're all for more visibility and what's the word I'm looking for?
Transparency,
but
accountability.
Yes, accountability from the refs. And maybe this I feel like this wouldn't be bad for some really bad egregious calls or
this could set a new precedent.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. What do you have here in your news and notes here for the week, AY?
Yeah, slow week. I didn't really dig too deep, but I put in Colorado State because I saw this. I was reading this article. I know we didn't touch on this, but we'll cover this team. It was on The Athletic. Basically, what's wrong with Clemson? And there's a lot of numbers in here that I'll spew out a little bit of it. But a spinoff of that, they're talking about blitz rates and how they're getting blitzed like crazy, and they haven't seen this. Klubnik hasn't seen this. Anyways, a spinoff of that, Colorado State is currently blitzing 67% of the time.
Oh.
The national average is 28%. So the Rams are bringing heat 2 every 3 plays, but they rank 103rd in percentage of dropbacks pressured.
Wow.
So they're basically just running into the linemen and with 5 guys and falling over. Absolutely incredibly inefficient. We'll see what they do this week.
I like it.
All right.
You guys got any news, Cam?
I didn't have any. I think I touched on a lot of the stuff. The Martin Luther Staub and the refing crew.
Okay, well, we got
Looks like Mizzou's quarterback Horn is out for the season, so Bo Barula will continue putting up the gaudy numbers that he has and has been, and we'll have continued trackage on the boards.
okay. We have a 12-pack for this week. We're all back in action. Two of us 6.5 point lines, 6.5 point favorites. Two Hoy Tri teams. The other one a lot more than that. We'll get to that though. Let's get to the rundown. I believe this is Friday night. Yes, Friday night, 7:30. We have two Friday night games here. The first two. And just for housekeeping, I suppose, Thursday night, ACC.
This is also the two. You don't know which game the reffing crew in the Big 12 was supposed to do, because they said they pulled the crew from one of these Friday night games, but you don't know which one.
Okay. Thursday night, one ACC game, NC State, Wake Forest. We're not picking that. We are going to Friday. Martin Luther Staub getting the start for the Buffs against Houston and the Cougs. The Cougs 4.5 point favorites at home. I have my papers here, and I'm pretty sure I was high on Houston for some reason this year, higher than I should have been.
Was it because of their quarterback?
Houston at 7-5. Yeah, holy smokes. Colorado 4-8. This game, Houston, I put down W. Yeah, but I think Dion's just searching here with Martin Luther. I think he got hot for a quarter or a half maybe. I'm not seeing here. I like Houston's run game, and I like the Cougs at home on a Friday night to cover.
Yeah, same.
How's
Wigman.
Fritz been doing these days?
He'll get it going.
He'll get it going.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's early.
I can't believe that was just last year.
To keep it within the number there. Coin flip game. I'll take the points.
We talked
HP though.
We talked a ton of Wigman this time last year.
Oh yeah.
Texas A&M.
He's still healthy, so maybe he'll be.
Yeah.
I think he's lost a lot of weight as well.
Good for him.
Good note.
Ozempic?
Good Tom Hammond factoids. Other Friday night game, K-State, Cairns Cats against Zoner. This line is ping-ponging back and forth within the two. Right now, K-State is actually favored. Some steam last few days. I'll say this now because I'm going to say it a bunch. Some of these lines have really moved over the course of the week.
Yes.
I usually put the lines up on Monday and let them sit until we sit down tonight just to see where the movement went. Holy smokes.
Well, you see like the Tulane one and the Georgia Tech one.
The biggest one, that was that one, yeah.
The Georgia Tennessee one also came all the way down.
Yep, and backyard brawl moved a bunch too.
Oh yeah, the brawl. I'm still waiting on that Tennessee one to get to 3. I don't think it will, but I'm waiting for that one.
Well, this K-State Zona game, I'm pretty sure is non-conference.
Yes, I believe it is. Indeed, not counting towards who will be going to Jera World.
So
I'm going Cats here. Back my Cats, not the other bear down type. Backs against the wall here. They played horrendously the last 2 weeks at the very least, and it was very sloppy in Ireland as well. I like them. It's good to get away from the home crowd and all that negativity. They're going to go on the roads. Them, with their backs against the wall, come out, and they'll get a win here in Arizona. I don't think it'll be comfortable, but it'll be more than 1.5.
I'm with you.
You have some pride.
I think it's pretty much it's that simple for me. You just get away, reset. They pretty much hit rock bottom.
Whoa.
Do you like that production value there?
Wow.
Look at that. Yeah.
There's the slate.
There it is.
How do I make this smaller though?
What
I
do you
like that. Yeah. I do like that. That way you can go back through and check it.
Yeah, I like for it to be a little bit smaller, but
Smaller? Oh, the screen, you're saying?
yeah.
Maybe you can zoom in a little bit and then it'll be.
Yeah, we're only on the basic version here, so.
Okay. All right. Whoa.
That's a little bit different.
There you go.
I like it. All
All
right.
right. Noon Saturday.
Oh, this one's. I like where the number has gone, and I'm glad we're picking it here because I do think this is another pride game. Now, here's the thing. Do you guys think Clemson is complete paper tiger, as in like the whole of last year and all the hype that was built on coming into this year is built off of beating up on shitty ACC teams, and that is it? Like Klubnik is not even Scrubnik is not even good.
Scrubnik. Look, I've been asking myself this question all week because, as we said 2 weeks ago, I had Clemson winning it all.
Oh.
So I have been searching for answers and debating if I want to. I'm not rigid. I'm fluid. I'm not afraid to change picks. I know I referenced my sheet earlier, but that was a coin flip game. The Cougars Buffs. Look, this number opened at 9.5. It's down to 2.5.
Crazy.
So, perception, America, offshore, whatever, is all selling all the stock. So just off the bat here, you're gonna give me 7 points of COV for what we're picking here. That's an auto play. Like you have to. I have to take that.
Yeah.
Haynes King always banged up. He's hurt right now.
But you know, Pyron is better.
Pyron's at South Alabama.
Wait, who was it that came in last week?
I don't know. It wasn't Pyron though.
Who's their backup now?
I don't know who it is. I can look it up.
Go ahead. Keep going with your analysis.
I like Tech, but I'm taking Clemson here because I'm going to give them. Again, it's been 2 games. One was LSU. I know they didn't look good, and I know they did not look good last week. I'm not ready to jump off yet. This is where I put plant my flag here on Clemson. Say
Not
this
Pyron, Philo.
Philo, I forgot about that guy.
Philo, yeah.
I thought those two were the same guy.
They do look like. The thing with Clemson is I mentioned they're getting blitzed a lot. Klubnik's very inefficient against it this year. They have 37 points in the year, and 3 of their scoring drives are 0, 13, and 26 yards. Like they can't run the ball. They got a receiver playing running back. The defense is like 53rd in EPA per play, which I thought their defense was going to be number 1, if not top 5 for sure. They've been hearing it for 2 weeks. It's time to put up or shut up. Like we said with K-State, have some pride. I'm not done with Clemson yet. Maybe I don't want to say it's Antonio Williams not playing because he's a receiver, but maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's all kinds of numbers here with blitzes and run game and inefficiencies left and right. The O-line's not blocking either. But maybe they just get it together this week. I don't think it's going to be pretty because I think Tech is scrappy. They're always scrappy.
Yeah, they're good. They're scrappy.
This isn't a team you're just going to go in there and just crush. But at 2.5, come on, give me Clemson.
I agree. I think it's a get right as much as it can be a get right game for this team. I do think they're living off of a couple of big plays against Texas in a game that they backed into after barely winning the ACC title game. But I think they've got a little bit of pride here. They're hearing all the negativity again. They're getting away from home, and I don't think they'll blow the doors off of them, but I do think it'll be a pretty comfortable win here. I think like a 10-point win. I'll go like a 28-17 win, something to that extent. I think Georgia Tech is tough, hard-nosed, like you said, but I think Clemson's got a couple more athletes out there. you saw Haynes King, his legs barely were working by the end of that Colorado game. I think they're going to probably run him again a ton. You'll probably see Philo a little bit, and I think you'll get a mistake here or there that'll put the game away here. I'll go 28-17 Clemson.
Same here. Yeah, nothing to add. They get it done. I'm not going to give a score. They get it done.
They get it done by more than 2.5.
Exactly.
Wisconsin traveling down to Bammer. And we mentioned Florida's schedule 20 minutes ago, but Wisconsin is about to really, really crank up here.
No Billy Edwards still.
But DeBoer had a get-right game last week. Whatever. That was the sacrificial lamb was there. Is that all they needed? I don't know. Or am I not giving Florida State enough credit? I think it's both. But I don't want to say Warpath is engaged in week 3, but I think we see signs of the troops scrambling to the front line to engage the Warpath.
You are on the same track as me. I said mini Warpath earlier today in a separate group.
Yeah, I think Bama.
At least until Georgia the Georgia game.
Yeah, I think they start I think they flex here. Yeah. They have the Death Star.
Is it a faux flex though?
It could be. I think the Death Star is going to be wound up. It's going to be churning.
They had that players only meeting.
They're going to start the countdown, and we'll find out with Georgia game if they are able to press that button and unleash the Death Star.
I was cracking up after the Florida State game. They had the players only meeting, and then they're like, "Oh yeah," and then Coach DeBoer did come in and speak for a little bit as well. It wasn't really a players only meeting, but yes, I do. I agree with you. I think half of a Death Star is engaged. Just the half completed one in episode 1.
I think you hear it. I think you can hear it whirring.
New Hope.
I'm gonna say 34-0.
Yeah. Honestly, it's bad for Fickle right now.
Yeah. I won't go that bad. I'll go 35-7 though.
28-6.
All right. So everybody's got Bama. It is bad for Fickle. Their ass.
Okay. Georgia, Tennessee.
Tennessee's lost 8 in a row here, I think.
And they haven't been close. Last time was 2 years last year, 2 years ago. Roth went to Athens.
He went no, I think that was
3 years ago.
Just realized I never tweet out the link, by the way.
So he saw one of these beatdowns.
Yeah. It was the weird one. That was Hendage. So that was 22, I think.
Okay, yeah, it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Look, Kirby has Heupel's number, but this isn't the Georgia our brother's Georgia. Not yet.
Their defense is sick.
Defense is sick. Offensively, I know Tennessee's down. They're down McCoy, obviously, but there's number 2 corner. They're down as well.
Yeah.
But what Georgia pass catcher really scares you?
None of them really.
No.
Well, it's not necessarily the pass catchers. It's the one getting them the ball. Stinked in his ass. And that's the thing is like everybody's like, oh, we're gung ho on Stockton. He drives a truck. Beck is driving that Lamborghini. Beck is better than Stockton. And I mean, irregardless, I do think Tennessee is a little bit of people are feeling them a little much after the first 2 games when they shouldn't. I think Aguilar still has the potential to do a little bit of weird stuff here. He's looked good in the beginning, early on here, but I think they haven't really played anybody good. And I have a feeling I know how it'll go here with a defense that knows how to play against this system and can. I think it'll make a long day for them. I love that this line's come all the way down here, and I'm going to be hammering the dogs here.
Yeah, I don't like how it's come down because I liked where it was, and I was still a little nervous about it. But I thought of this the other day. I'm just gonna stick with it because I like it. Um, the old dog slogan of "Who's that coming down the tracks?" It's Stinkton. So just give me the Vols.
You going outright or HP?
I you know what, I think I'm gonna go outright. They got to win one of these.
Yeah.
I've been saying that about Ohio State for the same
Yeah,
amount
it's
of
true.
time.
I do think this fits. This does kind of
Maybe
fit some of
longer.
my preseason thoughts, though. I wasn't super high on Tennessee or Georgia, but I think in 2 months, if this game was played in what,
When it usually is.
if this game was played early November, I would
Yeah.
be hammering Georgia here because I think they will be better then. But I think the Vols can get them here,
All
and I think it'll be a tale of different teams end of the year.
I will go dogs here as I did pick them to win it all, but I also think since I have Tennessee in my bracket, I will not be upset with either result. But yeah, we don't. I mean, what do we really know about either of these teams?
Yeah.
Although Angeli did go for 4 bills in a comeback, we missed it in the recap. Angeli came back on Con.
That was a tough beat for Con backers.
Yeah.
He had him running wind sprints there at the end too.
He did, yeah.
Talk about this. I mean, this is the biggest. Has there been an entire sleeve of cheese? It's an entire wheel of cheese, rat line, like such.
Have you heard the origins of the name University of South Florida?
I have not.
No.
Because it's in the center of the state and it's on the west coast.
Yeah.
It's I guess it's when it was founded in the 1970s or something like that. There was already a Tampa University or University of Tampa.
Yep.
And there's already been a Western Florida as well. And so there's a bunch of them. And basically they took South Florida because that was the only available name left. It's funny.
I guess if you have to, yeah.
Yeah.
I never really thought of that. Yeah, they are in Tampa, which isn't
South Florida. It is not South Florida.
It's not.
Florida's a big state.
It's the center middle or center west.
Yeah.
It's mid.
They could have gone. Yeah, they could have gone Middle Florida State University. Like,
they could have. Yeah.
Central Florida already.
Maybe I'll lead. I'll get Mike Brown to rally to rename the university. Middle Florida State, MFSU, MIFSU.
Do they have any steam left?
I'm going MIFSU here. I think they cover. I will take the entire wheel of cheese rat line here. I mean, this will be, if I had to guess, of course we can look such things up with some accuracy. It's got to be like a maybe 75-25 in favor of MIFSU tickets, but I think the majority of the money will be on the Canes.
I do think the magic is gone here. I think I saw a lot out of that defense that I liked against Notre Dame. I do think South Florida may be able to hit a couple of explosive. Golish is great with that system that Veer and shoot. I think they might be able to put a couple of points up here, but I think Beckton's that offense is too much to handle. I don't like how many hits that Byron Brown is taking as well. I've heard it as well. The thought, do they, if it does start getting out of hand, do they really play Byron that much? Or do they just hand the ball off to end the game? Because you got a whole AAC campaign ahead of you, and you win the AAC with the wins that they've had already. You're a shoo-in for the playoffs, right? So, they're playing with house money here. I'm wondering how much they actually really try to fight here if it does start getting out of hand. So I will go Miami here by 21.
Yeah, I hear that. I do think they. I think they kind of go. I know it's week 3 and not like week 11 like last year. The analogy I'm going to make when Indiana went to Ohio State and just tried to put makeup on the scoreboard
Yeah.
because they knew what they had to. But I do kind of think like this. If they're in the conversation late in the year, then even if they lose this game, they're going to want to make it look better.
Yeah,
Looking back 3 months than what it was.
it's true.
So I'm going to take the big wheel of cheese.
All right.
I don't know how they have anything left in the tank.
Yeah.
And I think Miami comfortably, but that 17.5 there is ripe for a 1 minute to go backdoor.
What I'll tell you, and I haven't been able to read all of it. I don't think he's listening right now, so I don't think he'll get offended. But Mike Brown's stream of consciousness during these games is 20 texts deep at a time. It is 20 texts at a time. It is
His stream of consciousness in life, though, is like that.
yes, but I'm saying it's times 5 during on this run that they've been on. This two game run. It feels like it's been half a season. It's 2 games.
So what you're saying is, if somehow the stars ever aligned, where Notre Dame played USF in the playoff game,
Dude,
we get to a chat, us 3, Mike Brown, and Corey Rance, and just watch them too.
You gotta get the defensive end that transferred out of Notre
Who
Dame,
submits first?
South Florida as well. Young, was it Young? No, not Young.
Aaron Lynch.
Aaron Lynch, yeah, you gotta get him on as well. You gotta get Aaron Lynch on as well.
We could just sit back and watch those two. Just see they'll eventually after like 2 minutes they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat him in text."
Yeah, they wouldn't even need to play the game. We could just let those two hash it out, and whoever wins that exchange, the winner advances.
That's
Yeah,
true.
those two. I mean, from what you're saying about Mike Brown, it sounds just like Corey Rance. So that game's on the CW. They're having a lot of fun with that.
That's tough. 4:30 CW.
Is it the biggest game in CW history?
That's what they're saying.
Other than Pitt, Cincinnati, and 2023, yes.
What is the bell that you guys fight for? Is it a steam engine thing?
The River City rivalry.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a ding dong. It's like a what is that?
Lever.
What are those things? Yeah. What are those things called?
Like from something off the Titanic that you.
Yeah, or a train. I think it's either a train or a ship thing, right?
Yeah. Anyway, yes, biggest game in CW history.
Colonial Transportation Bells, yes. On to a nightcap game.
Oh,
3 nightcaps here.
Yeah.
ESPN lost a little steam here with this game.
Florida, LSU laying 7.5 at home.
This one's easy. You got to take the points here.
This is very easy. I'm back in Napier, yes.
Yeah, you gotta, especially now that's past that key number, that's 7. I like it a lot. Obviously Napier again, fighting for his life. They beat him last year. I think his team will come out focused. LSU obviously the LSU sustained a couple injuries. I think their center is hurt, and somebody else got hurt last game also. Obviously, it wasn't very pretty against Louisiana Tech. They only won by like 20 something, I think. I like Florida here to keep it close. I think it'll be a great game.
Yeah, I won't be shocked if they win this.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly like. I'll go HP just to go HP here, but yeah, I would not be surprised if they won outright.
Well, I'm going LSU. I can't have all these. I can't be backing all these teams that don't. Their play on the field does not deserve them to be backed. Is not deserving of backing. There you go. And I'm talking to you, Kansas State and Clemp.
Yep.
You're nothing if not consistent. I respect that.
Did you back Pry last week?
No.
You did not? Sticking to the
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't have all my eggs in that basket. I am actually spreading the basket of I guess belief and disbelief.
Mm-hmm. This game's interesting. I think it's the first game that we have where, and it's very early on in the season, where the teams have played a common opponent. And it's interesting. The one that beat them handily is unranked. The one that needed a special teams touchdown and then another late
Long
ball
touchdown. Yeah.
to put them away is the one that's nearing the top 10.
Mhm.
And the number there you see 4.5 does not seem to indicate at home, nonetheless, does not seem to indicate a near top 10 versus unranked matchup. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I feel like I have to go through the archives, but just my thought is I never pick Vanderbilt in these spots, or really ever. But I'm in a tough spot here because 2 weeks ago I said Scars going 5-7.
No,
I
You
still,
start
don't think,
racking up some losses.
I still don't think Scars good.
I don't either.
Let me just a quick reference to the sheet here. Scar I had starting out at 3-0 and still going 5-7. So we're still on schedule here.
Even with the win.
I have him win this game, yeah. Like I said earlier, though, I don't want to be rigid and stick to this. I'm trying to be fluid. Kind of talking out both sides of my mouth here. It's so early on. We don't have enough data yet. You can take the approach of Dan and say, yeah, they haven't done on the field, which obviously that's all we have to go off of. So I totally respect that. I am going with Scar here at home at night to win by 7 in a game similar to the Vodtech Scar game. Just, I'm not saying they're gonna have a punt return, but like a big play.
Late big
Just
play.
Nothing really sustained and a little higher scoring because I think Pavia gets a little bit of his.
Yeah.
I'm going to go HP again here. I think it's like a field goal game either way. But I would definitely take that 4.5 points. I want Vandy to win here.
I'm going Vandy as well. So as we make our way into the last pick of the lightning-ish round, I'm buying low on K-State, buying low on Clemp, buying in on USF, LSU, or I guess buying in on Florida Suckage and Vandy. So I'm trying to diversify here, which means this is like when I always joke about with the 5-12 games in the tournament. I always just pick the 5 seeds because I don't want to pick the wrong 12.
Yeah.
And then it's a double whammy. I'm kind of doing that right now, so I am going back on that strategy.
There you go.
Well, you do have a lot riding on this last game.
True, yeah. People can't see that, though.
Tulane 1.5 point favorites.
This one went the other direction, right? Because they were getting points.
It did, yeah. I changed the minus from it was a plus earlier in the week.
Yes.
This would be known as the what the hell's that quarterback's name that transferred to Tulane again?
Menser.
The Mentor Bowl.
Darian Mensa. The Darian Mensa, I was right to leave win. Or I was right to leave game.
I agree.
Duke gets off the mat and lock it up for me.
Ooh. I'm with you there. I think they get off the mat, and Diaz, I think, flexes a little bit. They have bad taste in their mouth after what happened last week with Burt, and I think they take care of business here.
All right.
Yeah, just to show that I'm adaptable. Reference my grit again. I had Tulane winning this game a few weeks ago. I'm on Duke.
But you believed in Duke as well, correct?
I had Duke at 10-2, yeah.
Yeah, with the loss to Tulane.
I thought they'd beat Illinois, and they just puked all over themselves in fantastic fashion. So give me a bounce back here for Duke, yeah.
All right.
All right, Ken. I got this line off FanDuel an hour
Yeah, I saw it. This is the only one that's up there. That's new.
Is this okay?
Yes, I will.
Have you hit this?
I've not hit it. I just saw it. You alerted me to it. It hadn't been up all week.
Okay.
I have not hit it. I don't plan to hit it either. I'll take Villanova here. I don't think I think they'll shorten the game, and I'll take a 42-point win for Penn State.
Of course, I'm laying it with Franklin. I'm just going to keep martingaling, even though we only get 1 point for a correct pick. I don't get 6 points if Penn State covers this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know last week I mentioned playing with fire. Is Franklin really going to go 0-2 against the number?
He did.
He did, and I played with the fire. You know what? I'm going to keep toasting that marshmallow. A few weeks ago, we noted, I was looking at SP Plus. Nova was the best team of the 3 in the non-con. And this is the highest number. I think they got passed by FIU recently.
Oh.
They're
Are they number 12, I think, in the FCS?
They're still down the dregs. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. But yeah, I'm going to say Franklin 0-3 against the spread.
Wow.
Ooh, tempting fate.
With 3 big spreads too.
Going into the game against the Ducks.
Wow.
Is he going to go 0-4 against the number in September? We'll see.
Wow. He might have four L's against the number in his career in September.
he actually might. I guess just real quick, Cam, what do you want to see this week? Just
I mean,
something that looks more
some
fluid,
explosivity.
consistent.
Yeah, I don't think they will, because I think they had planned to play more of the younger guys last week, but with the game the way it was, they didn't. I think if it does start getting out of hand a little earlier, they will play a lot of younger guys still. Because I think they do feel good with what they're doing. And I don't think they're panicking with the results that we've seen the last couple of weeks. I think they're still steadfast with their plan, similar to Napier. They believe in what they're doing. So I think they're just looking to clean some stuff up. Nothing that needs to be wholesale changed. So I'll do a 42-point win. Let's say 45-3.
Sounds good to me. I agree.
All right.
Okay, Dan. We're going to the backyard here.
Backyard, bro.
Very quick preview actually of this one, because what the hell can you make of a team that loses at Ohio?
Geez.
This is the reason why I'm picking Pitt to win by like 11 points.
That's not former USC Pitt quarterback Max Brown, is it?
It could be. He's got everybody on the depth chart.
Isn't Max Brown at Belichick?
I'm hoping he's
well, Max Johnson's with Belichick.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, you're right.
I'm hoping in this video that's muted, he's discussing why he put 5 quarterbacks on the depth chart as or. I don't know if they're treating this as a year 0 or what, but I get it was what, 2.5 preseason, maybe even less.
It was like a 1 when it opened.
It was 2.5 on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know the whole it's a rivalry game, throw the records out. This is just one of those can't sit here and actually pick any friskiness. I didn't pick Pitt to lose in the offseason. I'm not going to pick them to lose now. So,
well, you don't need to pick them to lose. Are you picking them to cover?
Yeah. For 6.5 versus 2.5. I would foresee Pitt winning by 11 points. But it'll be of the game I would compare it most to. This probably isn't fair to either of the teams that participated. Was when Pitt went to Tennessee a few years back.
Okay.
4 years back. It was Pitt was favored. They were definitely better, but then all of a sudden Joe Milton's getting benched or hurt, and then Hendy's coming in and throwing touchdowns. There could be, I don't think there'll be as much scoring. It's just I don't know how often I'll be sitting there watching it and thinking we're going to lose, if that makes sense, which was the case against Tennessee because they had not became what Tennessee would soon become those next couple of seasons. So again, it's just, I would be curious. I haven't taken in any West Virginia football content. Can't imagine they're thrilled about the loss to Ohio. And I would think, despite he is a retread higher, Rich Rod. Maybe they'll still just consider this kind of like year zero for him.
It's true.
So we'll see. Yeah, I will go like 35-24, something in that vicinity. 31-20, something. What's the total on that game?
I'm not going to take the points here. I will lay them as well. I don't think West Virginia's that good. I think it could get weird though. It could be touch and go, but I do eventually think a 10-point win with Pitt.
Look, I like Ohio. I watched some of that game last week, and I was okay. I don't like Ohio. I like Parker Navarro.
Yeah.
But he didn't do anything in the second half.
That's 17 points.
No one did anything in the second half, so I can't really hang my hat on that. It was just a bad game.
West Virginia better defense than Rutgers.
I'm gonna do something unprecedented here.
Wow, he's picking against Pitt.
For the third time this year, I'm picking against Pitt. I think I picked against Pitt 3 times last year.
September for AY.
In the history of the podcast, I think you picked against Pitt 3 times.
Yeah. I think Pitt wins. I do.
Yeah.
But
he's HP in it.
I'm not nervous. I just can't. Honestly, what I can't shake is the whole 13-9 game.
Oh, yeah.
I know it was so long ago.
You're thinking 13-9 Pitt win.
And I know this game's on 9-13, and I think it's hilarious of that.
Yeah.
But that was so freaking weird.
Yeah.
Nothing in this game. Well, honestly, nothing in this game would surprise me. The final score, if I just slept through it, nothing would surprise me. Just because how weird this is going to be. But Pitt's definitely the better team. Just give me 6.5, I guess. Pitt wins, though. I think.
All right.
You guys are probably right. All right, on to the nightcap. A&M Notre Dame. Notre Dame finally plays their second game. I thought of this during my run the other day. So you get bored, you think of all kinds of things. After next week? Wait, yeah, Notre Dame. Yeah, no, starting this week. Penn State has a bye next week.
True.
Notre Dame's going to play 3 games in a row before Penn State plays another game.
Huh.
Because of the night game.
Yep.
The bye week for State, and then they have a noon kick in Fayetteville.
And that Oregon game's at what, 8? 7:30, 8?
Yep. Just a weird Tom Hammond factoid for you. Look, I love, I think with the Clemson thing, I love looking at numbers and metrics. Notre Dame's played one freaking game. I can't really go to game on paper and break it down how I really want to. So this is simple for me. I know we referenced this a few times earlier. Backs against the wall. Can't really play much. I got a text the other day from Andy Hergen. He said, "Wow, I've never heard you so negative on a recap as you were for this Miami game." I was like, "Yeah, it was gross. Yeah, like I'm just trying to call it how I see it. I'm not trying to be."
You went Twelman. What are we doing?
Yeah, I guess I went. What are we doing? I guess I want to tell. Speaking of U.S. national teams, they finally got a win last night.
I know, finally something.
Not against Korea.
The dumpster fire that thing is. We'll get into that.
Yeah, Gene is going to be thinking World Cup, Ken.
Oh yeah,
thinking it.
I saw the Italians as well.
Well, it's simple for me. I know A&M has. You want to talk about working on things? They've run the ball, I think, the 7th least of any team in the country so far. Because I think they're trying to work on the pass game with Marcel Reed, with Carver and Bussey and Concepcion. I think they're going to definitely try and run the ball as much as possible Saturday night. And can Notre Dame stand up in the trenches? Notre Dame has to go even in the trenches. If they lose them both again, good night. The O-line, I saw the passing grade metric, the pass block metric was a 25.6 on PFF, the lowest since PFF's been doing it last 10 years. Second lowest was Michigan at 45, like 7 years ago. Like, that was a historically awful performance. Depth chart came out, no changes, which is fine. I'm sure Rudolph's not afraid to make changes, but look, you just got to play better. Just have to play better. It's up to the individual players. Same thing I said last week. I think everything regresses to the perceived preseason norm, which is mostly going to be positive regression in this case because it was awful across many fronts, including, I think, the coordinators. I'm not saying they're awful, but I'm saying I think they fine-tune things, run the ball more, and defensively, things just go a little better, especially on the D-line. And I do think Carr is not as good. I'm not saying it was great, but I thought it was impressive for a first game road start. So, Notre Dame at night, at home, against a tough A&M team, seeking revenge. Elko, I get it, but look, speaking of preseason, I had A&M winning this game, but I think Notre Dame drops one down the line, just not Saturday.
Ooh. But what are the points?
Oh, I'm laying the points too.
Ooh.
All right. That's
laying the points. Notre Dame, I could see this being comfortable.
Ooh.
I could, just because of the whole. They blitzkrieged Clemson a few years ago. Obviously, last year Florida State wasn't great, but I know Ohio State didn't go great. But yeah, why not? I'll give me Notre Dame here to cover the 7. I don't think they'll blow them out, but Notre Dame by 10.
I'm going to take the points here. I think it'll be a knockdown, drag out, physical game. I'm looking forward to it. Slobber knocker. I'll go 6-point win for Notre Dame. They'll tack on an extra field goal there at the end, and they'll have a nice defensive stop.
Yeah, this is the loudest I've heard hedging P all season in a game. Just based on how that game played out last year, too. I know it was the first game of the season. We already touched on it earlier about the Wegman, but yeah, I think this will be tight. Unfortunately for AY, having to sit there and watch it.
At least this setting will be me and the 2 dogs and my couch.
True.
I'll be in a good spot. I will check in, as you guys usually know. I might check in at halftime. End of the game, I'll check in for sure. But yeah, as we alluded to earlier with the Mike Brown, my Mike Brown is Corey Rance, and I told him like 8 years ago, just watch the game, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed, so I just put my phone away. Yeah, I'm fired up for it. It's gonna be awesome. And as stealing a line from Can here, big recruiting weekend, Can.
Ooh.
A lot of guys.
I know of at least one that's going to be there.
A lot of folks.
I know of one running back that's going to be there.
One running back whose last name is a fruit, perhaps.
The fruit?
Who are you talking about?
Which running back are you talking about?
I was talking about Lemon.
Oh, I wasn't talking about Lemon. I was talking
about the guy from McKeesport, right?
Yeah, Spell.
Oh no. Lemon is the you're right. What am I thinking of? It's not Lemon either. It's I'll think of it post credits.
Oh
no, it's not. It's not even a fruit. It's something similar to lemon though. Spell's gonna be there. Yes.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to break news that he canceled the visit.
Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think he did. I haven't searched his name, but I know there's a lot of young folks on hand this weekend.
Young fellas.
A lot of young fellas. All right, locks of the week. I feel like I was pretty cool as a cucumber there, but let's be serious. Pretty nervous, obviously,
Yes.
but we're keeping it together. Locks of the week. Dan's on the board. Duke plus 1.5. We all agree.
The Dukies!
We all agree, by the way.
Please.
So Dan's got to be feeling pretty good at that. Also, locks. We're all 1-1. So let's see if we get some separation here.
Tight race early.
I feel real good about. I want to take Bama. I'll take Bama. I haven't taken them yet. They were one of my favorite plays last week.
They were my top 3 this week.
Thank you for letting me go first.
Oh, they weren't my number 1. My number 1 actually did switch through the key number of 7 from 6.5 to 7.5. But I'm still going to take it. I haven't sourced this really anywhere. I was listening to PFF earlier just because I like to nerd out a little bit. And they both took the other team outright. I was like, oh, I'm not believing in this. I'm taking Ole Miss minus 7.5. They get Arkansas at home. For like the 4th time tonight. I mentioned on here 2 weeks ago, Arkansas, absolute dumpster fire. Taylor Green's been amazing.
He's been nice.
He's been so good. He's been
against-
so good.
Against nobody.
But guess what?
You know Austin Simmons, if he can even play?
He's playing, but he hasn't been great.
2 broken ankles. He's got 2 broken ankles.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Ole Miss. I'm laying it. I just think this is stinky.
All right. It did catch my eye when it was down there at 7. I was like, Arkansas is supposed to be ass.
It could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think they are. There you have it. I was just looking at noon slate. Kind of got that. You got Oregon at Northwestern, Oklahoma coming to Temple.
That's a good one. There's another funny. What was the other one? Who's going to Missouri State this weekend?
That's Smoo.
Smoo is going to Missouri State this weekend. That's funny as well. Speaking of which, did you see 30 for 30 is making a Pony Excess sequel?
Yep, they're Pony Excess re-upped. Yes.
What if I told you the team that got in trouble for spending too much money decided to spend some more?
Yeah. So 3. Oh, UMass going to Iowa. I was gonna lock up UMass. I know they're absolutely dreadful, but you're gonna tell me Iowa's gonna score over 35 points? Like, are we serious here? The line's 35.5. They're not. We gotta circle back on that. I'm gonna put a note.
Saturday alternatives.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put a note here to remember Iowa, UMass. Saturday alternatives, yeah.
We already mentioned Temple once, but UMass got the break speed off them by Temple.
That's true.
Oh, who did Long Island beat last week? Eastern Michigan.
Oh
boy.
Oh boy.
Well,
and we got your midnight Portland State Hawaii game if you want to chase late at night.
All right.
Factoid of the week as well, courtesy of Mike Brown's Stream of Consciousness. Last time, South Florida was number 18. They indeed did play somebody that was number 5. Won Rich Rod's Dub V. Mountaineers.
Time is a flat circle.
They
And
did
I can't remember. I meant to look was that a Friday night or at the end of the season? I can't remember.
That might have been a Friday night. No, it was not at the end of the season because that was the year that they
That was the
eventually made it
upset.
to number 2.
Yeah.
That's 2007.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
West Virginia and USF made it to number 2 that year.
Yep. And would Louisville been there as well? Maybe near. Oh, no, not 07.
06,
06.
Louisville was 3 when Rutgers beat them.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that USF Gers game.
Pandemonium Piscataway. 2 years in a row because Gers beat number 3 Louisville in 06 and then beat number 2 USF. There was giant slayers.
Shout out to Ito, Judge Ito.
Ito,
A program on the rise.
still on the rise as well.
Still chopping.
Still rising.
Despite the success they had against other teams during that window, it's still really hard. I think Pitt lost them 5 years in a row, 4 or 5 years in a row. That's tough. Now we won.
Tom Savage, and then
Pitt beat Savage.
Really,
I think that might have been the first win they had against them. So, yeah, they lost 08.
They beat Savage, and then he said, if I can't beat him, join him.
Exactly.
He never beat Rod Rutherford though.
Did not.
Rod.
Nor did Ryan Hart, I believe, was the quarterback's name.
Ryan Hart.
Hart.
No, Ryan Peel. Was it Peel? Hart was.
They had Mike Teal.
Mike Teal. Oh, Teal.
But before him came Ryan Hart.
Was Hart the running back? I thought Hart was the running back.
No.
Well, there's Leonard. Was it Leonard?
Mike Hart was running back from Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah, Brian Leonard. Yep.
Lenhard. Yeah, they had a Lenhard.
Yeah, they beat him. Gers beat Pitt 05, 06, 07, 08. That was the golden era of Rutgers football, but still.
So he never got Cincinnati either.
Did not.
What about Stahl?
Stahl, I believe, was hurt for the game in 08.
I still don't understand how Stahl was so ass his 1 year, and then the next year he was
in
so
08.
Yeah, and then he was so good the next year. I don't understand that jump.
So okay, yeah, he got hurt in that game against.
We've seen that with
Gers.
2 players, Stoll and Joe Burrow.
He wasn't ass his first year at LSU, was he?
I thought so. I remember.
I thought he was ass. Yeah.
I didn't think he was necessarily ass. I thought he was prone to mistakes, but I didn't think he was ass like I thought. I thought Stahl was absolutely.
Not only do you have to think that, he was ass.
I thought Stahl would always go like 3 for 11.
Exactly.
Or like 8 or like 37 yards. Like that was his stat line. I gotta look that stat line up. His year.
Let's look at some of these. Let's bonus coverage here. The last. We're at 1 hour and 23 minutes. The Bill Stahl game logs. Let's pull them up here. Let's add them to the screen.
Put it on the big screen.
I will.
This is a nice new touch, being very interactive.
Yeah, we did it for. I think I did this whenever I shared Chris Ash's profile picture or his team photo. Share screen. Where is it? There we go. Okay.
So he wasn't that bad in 2008.
He was bad. That's the one on the bottom. I think. Let me get over This is the best right here. 7 of 24, 52 yards in the Sun Bowl. 1 pick.
Oh, I've seen those. I've seen those stat lines before.
Yeah. There's the aforementioned Gers game where he got hurt.
I have worn that Sun Bowl shirt before.
These stats are not that bad.
Look at this.
What's that?
Look at this. Is all McCoy winning these games. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
11 to 25, 129.
Oh yeah.
He did score a rushing touchdown. Shout out.
Probably a nice naked bootleg.
Wow. Who's he throwing 51 passes against? Bowling Green? What?
Oh yeah, that was.
How do you throw 51 passes and get 264 yards?
That's one of the weirdest games. I mean, look at this. I think Pitt was up 14-3 or 17.
What highlights are those?
This is the Seamas against NC State.
Yeah, watch out. Doran's on the quest.
14-0, they jump up, and then all hell broke loose. This was the game. People were walking around.
This is a classic Pitt Pitt Mac game here.
Exactly. Coming off of the what AY mentioned, the 13-9 game, there were people wearing shirts in the stadium. I remember it was like our season started with, and then it had like Pitt 13, West Virginia 9. And then they come out and lose this game.
Oh, jeez. That's too good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This is another view. Like, look at these. I mean, I was losing my mind during this game. Look, 10-9 at halftime. This is again. They beat West Virginia, and then here we go. Then the worm turns here.
Oh.
They held Iowa down. Okay.
This
Yes,
is not
Stanzi.
the Tyler. This is not the Tyler.
Look at these guys.
This is
Remember
not
these
the
guys?
53-yard loser, right? Where Tyler Boyd was back there waiting for the.
No, that's like 2015.
Was that the other end of the home and home, or were there games in between?
No, they played another one in 20. It was weird. They did this game, and then they played at Iowa in 2011, and they played Pitt in 2014. It was a very bizarre.
You're saying
I don't think there was
Pitt's-
ever any home and home.
Were you flaunting this transitive win over Penn State all year, all holidays?
I didn't know about it, I guess, for how long? Because that was
So,
the last,
yeah.
second to last game of the season.
Yeah, it was definitely after Halloween. It was first weekend in November, I believe, or second weekend in November.
I guess they were losing this game too. Holy shit!
Wow, that's a comeback.
24-13.
What kind of comeback is this?
Look at this. What is a Van Chu? I don't remember this guy. At all.
Chew.
I remember the quarterback Dantley. That's Dantley is the Adrian Dantley's son,
Really?
the former basketball player.
Yes.
Um,
LSH, shout out. Jonathan Baldwin, 2-point pass.
and here we go. Here we go, Mike Brown.
Yes.
Top 10 win.
Top
Suck
10.
it. Suck it.
As they say, in your eye hole.
Yeah.
Who was the quarterback in that? Was it
Hey, why your time's coming here in a minute?
Was it Joe Meest? Who was quarterbacking for them that year? Was it?
No, that was Grothy.
It was still Grothy. Was
Yeah.
that his senior year?
It might have been actually, yeah.
Jesse Hester.
Yeah, that I think that South Florida team started to. That might have been the beginning of the end of
That was the
the
waiting. Oh, look at this game.
There it is, right there.
3-5 Gers.
Look at
So
Mike
rising.
Teal. Look at
Gers
these
putting the 50
receivers they had.
burger on him. Huh?
They had good receivers on this.
Oh yeah, Kenny Britt and what's the other one's name?
Yeah, Tim Brown was good.
Tim Brown, the small guy.
And Taekwon Underwood.
Taekwon Underwood, yeah.
This was the Gers team that started 1-5, and I think they finished 8-5 or something like that.
Shiano always rising.
Yeah. Here we go, AY.
Whoa.
The,
What is this Pitt season? This Pitt season
It is all over the map, man.
that
this
was
Pitt season
the
is amazing.
that was
Michael
the,
Floyd.
that was
Oh, I
those,
love Michael Floyd.
yeah, that was a mess.
Golden Tate and Michael Floyd.
Yeah.
That team should it was Clausen. That team should have been.
Golden Tate and Michael Floyd. How do you?
Well, that team had no defense.
Yeah.
The offense was sweet though.
Armando.
Kyle
what's his name?
McCarthy, I remember him.
The two leading tacklers are safeties there, and your fourth leading tackle is a nose tackle. So
Armando. What was the Armando? what's his
Armando
name?
Armando
Allen.
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 the running
There
back,
he is.
There he is.
Northridge, Bobby Hughes. Oh, three-headed attack there.
This game coming up here, so they win that. They beat. This was Hunter can't play well. There he is.
Who's Ville's guys? He's it. Back
This
then?
is Cragthorpe is the coach. for
Oh, Cragthorpe.
Yeah.
Didn't he get cancer or something like that?
Yeah, Parkinson's, I think. So
Oh.
this is one of the angriest I've ever been. So you see, it's not going well, right? Game's over, but it's not because Pitt scores here to cut it to 7. They get a quick 3 and out, and I believe they got to around midfield. They rolled the clock for at least 3 extra seconds, which would have allowed Pitt to have another Hail Mary. And and then they just start chucking oranges on the field because this is Cincinnati clinched the Big East with this win.
But this was
So-
not the really good year for
So
them.
the spineless Big East
No.
refs they call off the game. Like they just roll it because there's oranges all over the field. I'm like, what the hell? I was spiking my television remote for the end of that game.
But this was not the year. So the next year was the big one, right?
Right.
You
Next year
won.
was a big one. Yeah.
And you won
This
again.
was a bizarre game here too. Look at this. Look at this.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee's all over the place.
Pat White was pretty good.
Yeah.
What happened?
Pat White only 2-2 against Pitt.
What happened in 08 with them?
Just couldn't get it
I
going.
think they went to like the
It was the year
Park
after,
or whatever.
right? Or it's
Yeah.
Bill Stewart this year, right?
Yep. There you go. Car Care Bowl.
Yeah.
And then it all culminates. Well, they beat Con.
with the con.
There it is. favorite thing about, I mean, there are many
It all
favorites about
culminates.
this game. Number one, though, I think the Village People were the halftime show.
Incredible.
That's so good.
All right.
There it is.
Yeah, we gotta go, so we stop using up our 5 hour clock.
Our 5 hours of streaming per month.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. If you're still watching, I hope
If
you
you're
enjoyed
still
that
watching.
hit run through. For me, AY, if you will say Capital Red, say the
Look,
comma.
we're down to zeros. A couple people were tuning in right now.
That's amazing.
we should do more strolls down memory lane.
We should, yeah. Because I think
we'll be
can you
faster
guys
forward.
add? If you wanted to add can you add a screen like I did or no?
Yes. Yes.
So if you do present or invite,
Share
right?
share screen. Yep.
All
Share
right,
screen.
all right, yeah, we'll have to do that. I don't know if it'll be as fun. Pitt's probably got like the 7 funniest seasons. Maybe we have to go back. Like, there's some great early Franklin games, right? That we could do.
Oh yeah.
What's he got here?
I've got the Bill
That's Stahl. Is that Stahl?
Yeah.
Oh, I could ban that from studio. Maybe I'll do that. Kick from studio. All right.
All right.
I already
Take us
went
out,
through-
AY.
I already went through my spiel.
All right.
To Danburg, to the west.
Good night, all.
And Can, to my east.
Good night, all.
Thanks for listening or watching. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.